Come all to the next episode of Vinyl Stallions.
All right.
And today we got a great band from Philadelphia, Everlit. We got Jordan Panfil and we got Jake. Jordan is the guitarist and Jake is the drummer, and we're super pumped to talk to these two dudes today. How we doing over there in Philly, boys?
What's up?
What's up, y'all? Doing good.
Yeah, we're doing good, man.
Uh-huh.
Just hanging out in the studio, talk to you guys. That was a pretty epic intro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
How
you.
are we doing over there in Cleveland, Spruce?
Oh, we're living large, baby. I've seen the sun for the first time in about 100 days. Let's fucking go. It's beautiful over here. But yeah, I got a comment real quick. Yeah, you guys are in by far the coolest place we've had anyone interview. So tell us a little bit more. You guys said you're in, is it your studio? Whose studio are you guys in?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're in the Everlit studio right now. So you can, I guess I could give you a little quick pan.
Yeah, bam it up, baby.
What we got going on here. So this is the, can you see?
Yeah.
I can't tell what we're looking at. We got the drums. I don't know if you can see the drums. What am I
We
filming?
got
here?
a rack tom, we got a floor tom, hi-hat, looks like 2 crashes and a ride crash.
Yeah.
Yep. That sounded right. Did that sound right?
Yeah. Typical power 4-piece.
Yeah, so that's the Everlit studio we're chilling at.
I used to have more things on my drum set, and after like a couple years of touring and not having a touring drum tech, I just kind of like downsized and was like,
I could do all this with 4.
that noise on it. After like setting up for like the 30th show or whatever, I'm like, oh, I'm going to less time. I don't need them all.
Concise it.
Yeah.
Is easily the most difficult part of being a drummer and handling your own drums is the setup and the teardown.
Yeah.
That's the worst part about being in a band.
Yeah.
By far, for anybody, except for the vocalist.
Well,
So
if you're
you're-
saying
yeah,
that, then
you're-
that means you're a good guy that helps out. But most of the time, it's whoever's playing the drums is doing it all, and you
Yeah,
just
no,
get
we
hung
help,
out to
we
dry.
help. We help. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
fair.
Everyone helps. Everyone does a good job, actually. So,
Yeah, we try to.
we got some gentlemen in the
We
band.
try to make shit fair here.
Right on.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, dude, like, so that is a fantastic place that you guys
Thanks,
have put together. Like, seriously, that was like perfect for everything. So, do you guys mix your own music and everything there as well?
No, so what's here, like as far as recording, is just for pre-pro stuff. And Jake's got a studio at his crib, so like we do a lot of our writing virtually first, and then when we get to where we kind of really want to be, then we come and jam it out and iron it out here. But we go to Bethesda with Taylor Larson to actually record and finalize our tracks.
Yeah, it took us a while. It took us a little, well, in our younger years, it took us like a couple EPs or albums or whatever to realize how different the live writing translates in the studio. So the pre-production process is huge for us, just because we'll have like songs where like, this is going to sound amazing, all produced, and then it's like a decent one, and then there's ones that are surprising Johns that come out as bangers. Really, where'd that come from? So yeah, pre-production, we do get it pretty tight before we hit the studio, but then we go down to Bethesda with Taylor Larson.
Very nice. And have you worked with Taylor on all your albums?
As Everlit, yeah, he's done all our work. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Basically, the way we're looking at it,
he's fantastic.
Yeah, he slaps harder than our dad. So I like how we all have a dad. It's our dad. It's our dad.
One dad.
There is. Raj the Faj is kind of like the Everlit dad.
He kind of is. Yeah, he hasn't been lately, but when we were younger, he was the dad.
Honorary band dad.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, I guess the way that you just answered that, it makes it sound like, so do you two play in a band together before Everlit?
Yes. Yeah. So
Okay.
we kind of got the name Everlit we started a band in high school in like right before 10th grade, called Will Powerless. That it was like it was me, Ryan, Jordan, and another guy that we grew up in high school together, and we played that for a while. I departed from the band for a little bit, played in some other bands, then rejoined back with them. And it was like the original four piece was back together, and then like
Right on.
and then we played for a while, and that's when we really started hitting good tours. And then the one member that was, one of the power four piece was he ended up leaving. We departed from him when we first met Taylor. And then like we went in the studio, and once we like replaced him, we kind of we were writing the album, and he left, so we kind of wrote the one song sort of with him, right? There was the one song that was with him.
Blackout
Was with Craig.
That was Craig. It was actually a Will Powerless song at the time.
Oh, so we didn't even use that. And then we made all new stuff, and that was
we used it. We used Blackout's on. Yeah, it's on the
It's
first.
on Renovate.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So we recorded that. That was the first song we did with Taylor as Will Powerless. It had not been released, and Craig left.
Yeah.
So we went down and did 4 more, but kept Blackout and released it as Everlit.
And then the name kind of was, we originally said Emberlit, like we were starting this new project that was lit by the embers of the previous fire, which was Will Powerless.
Okay.
But that's like a stove company or something.
It's
so
like
we're gonna be like battling this stove company for like internet presence. We just went to Everlit, like that works too.
I think they changed their name to Everlit now. I'm telling you, there's a fucking stove out there named Everlit.
Now it's Everlit.
There's something
they followed us.
Yeah,
they're like, we want to battle them.
But if you go check out Will Powerless, which was our younger like project that he was talking about, that me, him, and my brother Ryan, the vocalist, have all been writing since high school. The last album we did was Found Their Way Home. So like we kind of go with that theme, like with what's happening in our world. That was when Jake came back to the band, and we're starting writing music together and shit. So we did 2 albums as Will Powerless, and then Craig left, and then Everlit formed. So and I moved from bass to guitar. I was the bass player in Will Powerless, and the first EP of Everlit I was bass.
Okay. So was Kyle not in Will Powerless then?
Nah, and he wasn't a part of the first EP.
Okay. Okay.
And now Anthony's gone. So I don't know if that was that I don't even know if we've taken him down from the website yet. We did make a post about it, but he's not. We're back to a 4-piece. So Anthony's not in the band anymore.
We're actually looking for a possible other second guitarist / backup singer. So if anybody hears it out there,
yeah, anyone in Philly area.
So
we'll make sure
we're jamming for now.
Right on.
As the 4. So still going.
Jordan, do you prefer playing bass or guitar?
Oh, guitar by far.
Right on.
I had never played the guitar. I just always played the bass. And then after Craig left and we recorded that EP, and then I was like, you know what? Like, let me give guitar a shot. I'd have a lot more fun on guitar. I talked to the guys. I was like, if I can do it, like, obviously if I suck, I'm not going to force you guys to have me be the guitar player. But like, if I can get the hang of it pretty quick, can I do it? And everybody was cool with it, and I got the hang of it. So yeah, I feel like I'm more a part of the band playing the guitar than I felt when I was the bass player, because I was pretty much just following along with everybody else. I didn't really contribute that much as far as the writing process went. So I was always like hands-on with, networking and booking and that type of shit. But that's not the fun stuff. So Yeah, now I feel like I can be more part and write with the band on guitar.
I honestly don't know which one. When I'm jamming stuff, I don't know which one I like recording better. I love like finding a good bass groove.
Yeah. I don't mind. I like playing the bass.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose between the bass and the guitar,
Of course.
I'd choose the guitar.
Yeah.
There's so much you can just do with that guitar, like you said, and you just create it. You got 2 extra strings for the most part. Like, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Plus, if you can play the guitar, you can play the bass.
Exactly.
It doesn't. It's not like a square is a rect or however it works. A rectangle is a square, but a square is not a rectangle or whatever. It doesn't work both ways. You can't just pick them up. You can't just play the bass and then pick up a guitar and be nasty at it.
Absolutely. Very nice. So you guys got Renovate. So that was an EP back in 2015. Another album you guys released, a full length one, Immortal, in 2018. And then most recent was Welcome to the Show 2021. Just like you or just like everyone else out there, did like COVID set back at all your guys' plans to release like more music in between there? Or I don't know, just how was that just whole process, like when to put out the albums there and when to tour and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, like who didn't it push back?
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, yeah. But yeah, we actually took a little time off during 2019. A couple of the guys in the band were getting married, so we were like, oh, we'll just hop back on for tour season in 2020, which is like kind of Marchish, and March 2020.
No.
So then it was that, and then there was just things here and there that like were tough with with everything that was happening. So, but we got our way back, and we're jamming now. We just finished or are finishing the music video. We have a new music video coming out.
Yeah, the next single.
Right.
So we just released a song on this past Friday called Nightmare. That just dropped. I don't know if you guys listen.
100%.
Sure did.
Yeah, she's a heavy boy. That's my favorite one that I've written so far. That guy reps.
I love that song.
That's one where we were kind of just like, you know what, let's just get heavy with it. And then the next one is Game Over. That one is going to be the next single coming out, and the music video is shot. We did go back to shoot a couple more things, so we have the edited version, but it's probably going to change just a little bit. But basically done and ready to go. And then we have 2 studio weekends coming up in July and August to go record 2 new tracks that we're writing right now. So we got some stuff coming.
Okay.
And then it's probably back to more steady stuff, obviously. Probably not gonna tour as much unless if we get some kind of breaking stuff, but
yeah, so we're all getting older, and basically as far as tour goes, we're at the point where we just want to take what we want. So the opportunities that have come across kind of are, we're not at the point where back in the day we used to take anything that came across the board because we just wanted to be out. We didn't have as much responsibilities. It was fun. Now we can't drive across the country playing, billiards and shit. So they got to be the right opportunities. Maybe we just do a couple festivals here and there. We want to do it for fun, and we want to pick up the shows, the festivals, and the tours that we want to pick up. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We're just, we're not taking it we're not making it.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome.
Like
though.
a dream that has to come true anymore. It's just for fun.
Yeah, no, I like you're doing it for yourself, like you just said, which is like I find like it's the biggest thing in music, at least for myself. Like I'm writing this music for me. I don't give a shit if anyone else is listening to it. Like it's ultimately for me. But the fact that you can do that with touring, and I don't know how you guys all function as a band is awesome. That's great to hear.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean, like Jordan and Ryan, they run their own social media marketing company. Is that what you wrap it up as?
No, we don't do any social media. It'll be all like just web development, marketing, 3D rendering stuff.
Nice.
And now I even like went back to school, so it's like now it's like
that's a monster in itself.
yeah, we don't got $1 million from music right now, so we're like, all right, we got our stuff that we kind of like locked down for where, like, you know, other stuff. But it's actually like still a lot of fun, because when we write now, we used to have a bit of an agenda, kind of like a direction, like with our music, but now we're just like, fuck it, let's just have fun, man. Do what we want to do. Like this, you know, who cares about like the words we use or the, you know, the structures we don't abide by, you know, let's just rip it, you know. So
absolutely.
So it's you know,
I'm having more fun.
So much, it's a lot more fun. And it's not as like we wanted to make music our careers before, but now it's just like we have our careers, like, and we're just, you know, still get out on tour here and there, right?
I'm having more. Yeah. I'm having more fun not caring.
That's awesome. And like you just said, I mean, I can listen, like, so Batshit came out right at the end of last year, correct? That song, the like that compared to Nightmare are just so different, yet I am just finding myself loving every one of them for like its own reason. Like I just get that, like I love the singing, and you said that's your brother who sings on that, right, Jordan?
Yeah, he's our singer. The chick in there is Taylor's is Kenny Lane. That's Taylor
his wife?
Yeah, Taylor's girl or wife or whatever.
Very nice. Yeah, that one just gave a whole different vibe, and then you're coming out with Nightmare, just absolutely ripping my face off on like Saturday when I'm listening to this. I feel like I feel like that has to be in like the next Madden game. Like that song should be. I'm gonna start writing letters.
Nice. Yeah, the next one, Game Over, is pretty dope too, because it gets a little heavy in the bridge, but it's more just like
Game Over is kind of like smack dab in between those two songs.
Yeah, Game Over's beast. Yeah. I can't wait to release that one.
It's catchy, but it's got edge. It's right in the middle of those two.
I feel like that's honestly a good way to describe like a lot of your music. Like a lot of times, you know, like you got like the pop punk singing going on, but then it can like, you can be getting hit with the growling like 2 seconds later. And like, I mean, your drumming, your guitar playing is like always just like punching and just leading the charge, I feel like.
Nice. That's a good description. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, I guess, how would you guys describe your music? Because I when I listen to it, it's like I can't put it into a box. I'm like, oh, this is like metalcore. Oh no, this is like hard rock. Oh no, it's like pop punk. And I can't figure out how to like put it into a genre.
Yeah, we don't know. Hard rock is what we say.
Well, I mean, you kind of hit it on the nose, because we so some of the bands we grew up idolizing were, you know, Deftones, Incubus, Chevelle, like stuff that is, you know, Deftones I always called energy versus serenity. So it's
that is a great way to describe them.
Yeah, and it's just like the combo of the two. They're like the perfect hybrid of the two. They're like beautiful but huge and epic. And then, you know, Incubus has like some edge, but then they're really catchy vocal patterns. And so yeah, like those are kind of like what we totally followed. But then also, you know, we also love hardcore and metal, so a lot of that comes into play. I was in a post-hardcore band during the split, so we my drums kind of went towards that a bit, and then I'm also a hip-hop artist too, so I've always had like hip-hop and hardcore as like for my drums. And then we have the, you know, everybody in the band listens to hip-hop and hardcore, and
it's too hard. I think it's too hard to put a genre on it, like one genre. It's too hard. There's too many things happening. So I have no idea. Hard rock is what I go with when people ask. But now that Nightmare's out, I don't know. It's like something's metal. So I don't know. And then we have Gravity, and we have, you know, whatever, where it's like mad chill. So
yeah, when I heard Nightmare, I thought of like Under Oath.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
Gillespie was a huge influence on me.
Right on.
Yeah. Yeah, he was amazing. Yeah, him and I think him and Joey Jordison might have been my two biggest.
Oh, rest in peace.
I know, man.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is such a good drummer. Like I remember just like he was probably the first drummer when like I was in high school and like YouTube became a mainstream thing. Like I would watch that dude's videos all day because he could just rip it.
Yeah, he was a
The
beast.
king of the machine gun double bass. Just
Yep.
it was crazy.
And it would look like he was barely even moving his feet. Like that dude has to have like he must do like weightlifting with his toes or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he did do a lot of exercising before shows. I think he had like a whole big routine.
He had,
including like push-ups and.
You can't be getting a Charlie horse while you're trying to do that. You gotta be nimble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like crazy dude. Yeah, rest in peace.
That sucks. I always forget that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the whole like Slipknot debacle thing, because when his like illness first came on, that was crazy.
Yeah. You mentioned Chevelle. So Klep and I saw Chevelle and Korn in Fort Wayne, Indiana this past February, and holy fuck, that was like the loudest guitar I've ever heard in my life.
That's nice. Awesome. It was a good show.
Yeah, it was an interesting tour. Oh yeah, they performed well. Like I saw Korn back in 2013, I think it was, and they sounded just as good.
Yeah. Yeah, we just went and saw Korn, I don't know, a year or two ago or something.
Did they come through Philly?
Probably like 6 times.
Nice.
They're so good live.
Yeah, they're one of my favorites for sure. When I was a bass player, Fieldy was always my jam. Plus, I always loved, Head Monkey on guitar. I think they're just all around amazing. I liked more when they had their original drummer, David or whatever. That's when they were the best.
They were a big hip hop metal.
Yeah. They lost that.
Well.
They lost that feel. They did lose that hip hop feel when they got their new drummer. Yeah.
I would agree with that. Yeah, like their older stuff for sure has that in there, but as they've gotten older, same with Incubus. You mentioned Incubus. I love Incubus. I saw them last year too, but same thing. I feel like their old stuff, like their first 2 albums are
incredible. Yeah, their first 2 albums.
Yeah. Science, Fungus Among Us was like,
I guess it would be your first 3, depending on if you're counting
like,
Fungus Among Us.
Crap, they crushed that out.
Yeah, I'm for sure counting Fungus Among Us. Yeah, when I say first 2, I'm saying Fungus Among Us and Science.
Yeah.
What was Make Believe the next one? I still really like Make Yourself. That's one of my jams. I love it.
Oh yeah, that's a great album too.
Yourself a bit.
Nice.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I love that album.
Yeah, it's a good album.
And Morning View,
yeah. I think Morning View is after Morning View is when they started to lose me a little bit.
Nah, I still like.
I still like their newer stuff too.
Curl After the Murder was still good. Yeah, I still like
the debates you can have.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like the Dumb and Dumber 2 thing, where it's like if Dumb and Dumber 1 was never a thing, Dumb and Dumber 2 would have been hilarious. But people are like, "Oh, it sucks." But that's because Dumb and Dumber 1 was one of the greatest comedies ever made, so the bar is so high.
Too, when you go back, like you listen, like if you listen to one of the Incubus albums, you're like right off the bat, like I'm like, oh no, that's not what I wanted. If I go back like a year later, you're like, oh, this is better than I thought it was.
If you go listen to A Curl After the Murder right now,
you're like, you need some time to fester. It needs some fester time.
100%.
Oh, I love that album. Honestly, like their newest one, 8, like the first time I listened through it, same thing. I was just like, it's all right. And then as I've gone back, I'm like, yeah, that's a good song. Oh yeah, that's a good song. And yeah, I think your Dumb and Dumber analogy was spot on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. I agree with that, like spot on. Because man, people be like, "Oh, Dumb and Dumber 2 is nowhere as good, nowhere close." I'm like, dude, you never saw Dumb and Dumber 1. You'd be shitting your pants.
Yeah. Bro, that Asperger's part is so funny.
But also, how are you ever supposed to beat the ending of Dumb and Dumber 1 after you've created the ending of Dumb and Dumber 1? Like, it's impossible to write a better ending.
Yeah.
Dude, that is one of the best. I was actually talking about just top comedies, and that it's like that and like Super Bad for me are just
Super so good.
Just timeless. I watched that like a month ago. I was like, I'm still losing my fucking mind to this.
Stop this fucking beeping. Wait, can you hear me now if I mute it?
We got you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you. They didn't respond. I'm like, shit, I mute that.
It works. Hell yeah. So
yeah, I was getting notifications coming through.
Get them out of here. But so get them out of here. Come back.
Oh, so
I didn't mean us. I didn't mean us.
I actually had that same difficulty today at work. So like I'm sitting at my desk. I don't know if y'all Phillies fans?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the Guardians, they played at 1:00 today, and the game was on YouTube. So I'm just like, you know what? We're gonna play it on I'm just gonna play it on my phone. I was trying to prop it up on my desk so I could like be looking at my screen and have the game right underneath it, and it was harder than it sounds.
I keep forgetting you guys are the Guardians. I saw that like last year or whatever when it happened. I'm like, who the hell are the Guardians?
I say both team
like,
names
like,
all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, that looks like close to the Indians font. That must be Cleveland.
Yeah, they only added a couple letters, like the same last like 5 letters are the same, but it's whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We have baseball. That's all I fucking care about.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't mind Guardians. It's just a little interesting to get used to. It's better than the football team.
Yeah.
Oh, the Brownies, baby.
No, I'm talking about Washington. They just changed their name.
The Commanders.
But before, they were just the Washington football team.
Yeah, it's like
and it took them a whole year to think of that too. Like they needed a whole year to think of Commander.
And now people are like, it shortens to commies. Like, does that even help?
Yeah, dude. And then Wentz comes out for his debut interview and all his commie colors, dude, that bright red and everything.
What the fuck?
Yellow.
Nice job, Schneider. Nice job.
Yeah, really. That was horrible.
That is. All right. Well, speaking of Philly, what are some like great venues that you guys have enjoyed seeing music over the days
or played at?
Yeah, I don't know, like any. I know like the actually I'm not even gonna attempt.
Well, I mean, a couple of our like ones that we grew up playing are now closed down. Actually, COVID killed them. A lot of stuff killed them, but North Star Bar was kind of like our like home. And then like Trocadero, the Trocadero was like this old burlesque theater that they turned into a music venue. That was TLA is always great, and TLA is still a thing. That's right on South Street. That one's like maybe like 1,000 capacity, I think. And then Troc was 1,200.
TLA is bigger than Troc.
No, I thought TLA was 1,000.
I think TLA is like 3,000.
TLA? No. No way. No. But hey, 3,000 in TLA. And
we have the internet. We will look it up.
Electric Factory's more than 2,000. I'll Google that.
I think we gotta get it to a Google battle right now.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, I'm on it.
Klep will be the ref.
Theater.
According to Wikipedia, it holds 1,000.
Damn. Crocodile, I think it was 1,200.
1 point, Jake.
Oh! How do you remember this?
Number 3, Electric Factory, 2,000.
Electric Factory.
2 points, Jake.
Electric Factory.
Now it's like the Franklin Music Center or something like that.
2700.
27. Okay.
All right. Well, that's
more
weird.
meatloaf.
I thought TLA was bigger than Chalk because we used to pack Chalk.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. But yeah, I'd say Electric Factory was my favorite though.
Yeah, Electric Factory was dope.
All right.
And then it was you know, BB and B the beat. Well, now the Camden Waterfront it was the BB&T when we played it, but we grew up seeing so many bands at the Tweeter Center.
Tweeter. It's always Tweeter.
It will always be Tweeter.
Tweeter.
And then we got to play there with Avenged Sevenfold, and that was like, you know, not only amazing playing with Avenged, not only, you know, amazing playing a big crowd, but playing the venue that we went to see the big bands growing up. You know what I mean? It was like, that was, yeah. I teared up a bit for sure. I cry a lot though.
So I have a question about that. Was this before or after the Rev passed?
After. This was 2017, 18.
So was this when Mike Portnoy was still on tour with them?
No, it was the drummer. And oh my God, I was like, so like, I love Avenged. Avenged is amazing. Honestly, I like geeked out the most a little bit with the temporary drummer. It was the drummer of Tenacious D.
Okay.
And I was like, whoa, dude. I was like, what's up? But no, of course, I was totally fangirling out with the Avenged Sevenfold dudes.
How could you not?
Yeah.
I mean, and you know what? You know what's cool about them is M Shadows, the frontman, is, I mean, I've played with like a good amount of pretty famous and like real, like, you think you're big but you're not really that big bands, you know what I mean? And some of them were so like acting like they're like God's boob, you know what I mean? Like it's and they were, but M Shadows was the nicest rock star I've ever met in my entire life. Nicest, coolest dude I've ever met in my entire life. He was so considerate. He waited like so long after his whole band left. Like we were getting our merch, and we were waiting for our merch because, you know, obviously Avenged goes first and we get them out. So we're in like, we're always playing Can Jam and stuff.
Yeah.
So
great
yeah,
game.
we play so much Can Jam. So we were like in the artist lot waiting for our merch to get done, playing Can Jam. And Avenged left, and like 40 minutes later, M Shadows comes walking up. We're like, dude, we thought you guys left. And he's like, no, I always stay behind and like go hang out with this like handful of kids that like always hang by the gate. And he goes out there and just hangs with them for like a half an hour by himself. Damn. He like stayed behind so long. Like, like nicest dude ever, man.
Probably like 2:00 in the morning. All their tour buses were gone. He was out at the back gate waiting for people. Just going to shoot the shit with them. We were like, dude, you're insane.
Biggest rock star I've ever met, and then the nicest, most modest, most everything.
Yeah,
that's super
cool. Mm-hmm. He never forgot where he came from.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome. That is a great story. All right,
especially the Can Jam.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we were like, oh, I was actually playing that for the first time in a while this weekend, and I slotted twice, 2 out of 4. I've never done it in my life.
Really?
Wow. Absolutely lost my shit. I got it on my Ring camera, so I'll go send all my friends the footage.
All right, so in the middle of this interview right here, insert now, throw that video footage in here.
I love it. That is a fuck yes. That is fucking fantastic. We are doing that.
All right, I'm into it.
All right, another question that we have to ask is, so on your album Welcome to the Show, the 4th song is The Call to Gaia.
The Call of Gaia, yeah.
Call of Gaia, my apologies. And we just saw King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, if you know that band from Australia. And they just toured and started in Cleveland, and they have a song called Gaia as well. What is Gaia? Tell the Stallions.
Gaia is Earth as like kind of like a living entity.
Okay.
So it's like Earth, like how they say like they're not like the temperature changing and stuff. It might be global warming, it might not be, but Earth does go through these like temperature changing cycles. That it's kind of, people feel like that's the Earth breathing. So there's like a lot of like, because how do we determine what's alive? You know what I mean? Like a tree's alive.
If a tree's alive, it must grow from something that is alive.
Yes.
But yeah, so
I don't know if that's true.
well, either way, it's not even like, it wasn't even like about like trying to enlighten people that they're, Earth is a living thing. But it's our singer, I mean, all of us are, but our singer Ryan is super passionate about environmental studies and movements, and so he's very passionate about that. And so that song was, about how we're not having a very efficient symbiotic relationship with the one thing that we should be. You know what I mean? So like we need to be symbiotic with it, and we're kind of like, if we are a flea on its back, it's gonna just pop us, it's gonna shake us right off.
Absolutely.
It's gonna get to that point where it's like, I'm done with you. You're pissing me off, So
yeah, that's the cool part about that song too, right? Like it has a message behind it, but it's cool because it's sung as if Earth, like it from the perspective of Earth. So if you read the lyrics and listen to it, the song, we're not singing about what's happening. It's like the Earth or the living entity of Gaia is talking about what the hell we're doing to it, and that it's gonna destroy us if we keep it up.
Yeah, we have the lyric video, right?
Yeah,
the lyric video that we put out, it's pretty. It kind of shows it. It's all environmental stuff.
Yeah,
very nice.
Yes, I checked that one out. Anyone who's into trying to spread a message, that would be a good one to share around.
Yeah.
Right on. And I mean, I think that's a valid point too. And like one question I always ask, like when like it comes to that topic, have you ever seen a smart person littering? Like think about
it. On accident, maybe. But not on purpose. No.
I mean, like, how do you
I mean, like intentionally, like everyone has their slip ups, but I mean, like, is there anyone in your life who you're like, yeah, this is a smart person that you will see just like throw a candy bar wrapper like just right on the ground when there's a trash can like 5 feet away?
No. If you're like, what have I ever witnessed one of my smart friends, someone that I know is smart, actually litter? Yeah, no, I don't think I have. I first went like, have I ever been like driving down Nassau Street and looked to my right and saw one of Princeton University's professor in like glasses and tie littering, I don't know why my mind went there, but yeah, totally. I get what you're saying, and I think you're right.
Yeah, there might be an exception to the rule, but I've never seen it.
That's what I mean. I have yet to find somebody who will answer that question like, oh yeah, my buddy, like he's like super smart and all that. He's like a serial litterer though. Like I just feel like it's only just dumb people littering.
He's a littering literary.
Yes.
Holy shit, that's awesome. What do so you've named a couple bands that you've listened to, Jake. Do you guys have any like bands or any albums that you guys have just caught yourself listening to a lot right now?
Oh yeah. I've been just stuck on Bring Me the Horizon. What is it? The Post-Human, something like that.
Yeah, and they got a tour coming up too.
The one that was like they did the song with Baby Metal, where it's like anime.
Yeah,
it's like anime music and like
Baby Metal,
heavy metal. It's so freaking good. It's such a fun mix. Yeah. So what I love, I've been like so impressed with them recently with so like a band I was in when I left a little bit back in the day. I was in like the post-hardcore scene of like screamo, and a lot of that scene, you know, we followed Under Oath and Devil Wears Prada. They were kind of like the mom and dad of that like Hot Topic screamo scene. And we a lot of it, you know, is taking metal and adding pop to it. And then Bring Me the Horizon with this newer stuff, they're kind of, you know, taking pop and adding metal to it. And it's like a reverse role on it, and it's totally genius. Like they kill it. They're just like executing it flawlessly.
Yeah, Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. And then of course, you know, Architects.
Yeah.
Architects UK.
Yeah.
What was that album?
The
Doomsday one.
Yeah. That's not the new one.
I've been stuck on that one though. I have a CD player in my car. I know. I'm like, my car's from like.
Yeah, you do the album thing.
Yeah, I still have like a CD book.
That's
thing.
awesome.
I like have all CDs.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Cars fan.
I'll say one of the bands that been around for a while, but that Ryan and I have been really liking lately is Memphis Mayfire. All their new shit is catchy as hell.
Yeah.
They're another good band that can like go from really catchy to slapping you in the face pretty quick. They're good.
I love that kind of music.
Yeah, they're going to check out. But we listen to everything.
Yeah.
I normally like when I'm listening to music, unless I'm dead set on a specific band, I'm normally listening to like playlists with just all sorts of shit. That way I'm not just locked into one thing.
Oh yeah. You're speaking to the choir. Klep and I have started a playlist last year. We're honestly almost coming up to a year on it, but we're up to almost 4K songs. I'm pretty sure we have at least about 15 Everlit now on it. But the Stampede Shuffle, go follow it.
Nice.
Thanks.
Man.
What was it called?
Stampede Shuffle.
The Stampede Shuffle. Yeah.
Stampede Shuffle. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's like any genre. Like you could be listening to Kanye West, and then all of a sudden you got Dream Theater, and then you're listening to some Miles Davis jazz. Like it hits everything.
That's a good one.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean,
you guys are gonna have to send us a link to it. Is it on Spotify?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want it.
Get involved.
Right on. You shuffle it. It's just like, all right, you're just listening to the radio because there's no pattern to it. Like anything could come on.
He's getting it.
Hey, you might get an Everlit song too.
Right away.
Well, yeah, there's 4,000 jams. It's you'd be pretty lucky to hit some Everlit right away.
You would think.
I have before.
Really?
Yeah.
100%. I got Immortal, I think, earlier today.
Nice. Immortal's a fun song. Immortal is the first song I wrote when I started playing guitar for Everlit after I made the switch.
Really?
You would not have known that from listening to it.
This is it, right?
Oh,
you
yeah.
got it.
Sick.
Let me see.
Stampede
Send me
Shuffle.
a text with that. Share that to me.
It has everything and anything under the sun, I promise.
That's what's hours of entertainment, days of entertainment, probably.
Oh yeah, there's songs on there that I'll never hear.
But also, sort of like you were saying, Jake, we like to listen to music that way too, where like you throw an album on and just listen to it track one to the end. That's how we got the name Vinyl Stallions, because we both collect vinyl records and
that's
love listening to them in that way.
Yeah, I normally listen to an album front to back when I'm smoking a little weed. That's when I'm like, you know what? Let's sit down and listen to an album.
Oh yeah,
you get sucked right in.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like listening to it because it's not like it used to be at one point. Like writing an album was like it had a front to end, like a mission.
Yeah, like a
like,
ride.
yeah, you put it together like as a band, as an album. That doesn't happen like it used to anymore. So, but it is still fun to listen to albums the way they were intended to be listened to.
We used to put so much thought and like talk, like kind of like argue about, no, this song needs to be the first one, and then it goes into this.
Yeah, the
this,
sequence.
right, and then we end with this, and it's like
that's totally a valid argument to have, though. Like I feel like that is sort of a lost art nowadays.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, like if you listen to like the bands we were talking about earlier, like an Incubus album or something, like that's when like CDs and albums were a thing.
Yeah.
Like, and everything before that, obviously. But like these days when it's just dropping singles and just trying to stay relevant and shit, like the whole concept of an album has been lost.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very rare where you find a artist like nowadays releasing music that is like that. It seems like it's honestly mostly like relegated to like jam bands.
Coheed, I would still say, puts a lot of thought into how they present their stuff.
Yeah, they're
storytelling.
They're full on method albums.
Yeah. So
absolutely. Yeah. There's definitely exceptions to that.
His books, right?
Yeah.
No, like I think he did one album that wasn't of the books after the four, right?
I don't know.
But he used to be all his graphic novels were the albums. Yeah. That was dope.
Yeah.
I have two of them on the house.
You need four.
They're thick, bro.
You need four.
They're crazy.
Yeah. So one venue I want to ask you two about, if you've ever been there, would be Fillmore. Just because, so outside of Philadelphia, like that venue is touted like as like if you're in Philly and you're seeing a show, like you got to see a show at Fillmore. Like, is that sort of the vibe like within Philly, or like what are your thoughts on that venue?
Fillmore is really cool, but it was kind of after our like Philly heyday. Like we were like, when we were younger, we were like, let's just pound Philly down and just like we built a good following in Philly. But then once we moved to touring, it was just like every once in a while we'll toss in Philly shows here and there. And it was kind of like after our Philly heyday.
Yeah, we never played the Fillmore.
Yeah, and but we did play the Fillmore
we played a couple Fillmores, but they're not owned by the same people.
With Taproot.
Yeah, that was that one.
What was that in?
Somewhere in the middle of the country.
Wow, it was Fillmore.
I don't think they're owned by the same people. They might be.
So we played a couple Fillmores.
Yeah,
we haven't played the Philly Fillmore, but we played Fillmores in other states.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're. I wouldn't think they're owned by the same people. They might be, but I've just never thought.
There are a couple out there.
Yeah. There's one up in Detroit, which is a gorgeous venue.
Our favorite Detroit venue is Machine Shop.
Okay.
That's not Detroit.
That's Flint, right?
That's Flint. Yeah.
Is that Flint?
Yeah. Yep. No, you're right. It is Flint. I've never actually seen a show there, but so I live in Toledo, and so like if I'm like searching for concerts nearby, like that always comes up because Flint's not that far away.
We played some dope venues in Ohio too.
What was the one that we played like the last show? It was like the last show ever, Peabody's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think, or maybe not the last show ever, but it was like the last week or something like that, like third to last show or something like that. I think.
Yeah.
I think that was with American Head Charge.
It might have been,
right?
Yeah, it might have been.
I think so.
Kick ass.
Yeah, fun one.
So how was it like in your guys' touring
it sounds
days?
like you guys have been on some crazy tours.
Like how many people were involved in it? How many people were you traveling with in your caravan?
Oh, we were small. It was normally just the band and one or two people.
Nice.
Like merch, and sometimes we did it with just one, and then sometimes we do it with one person who helped load and do merch. But yeah, we normally didn't go out like a huge crew. We didn't have the money to do it.
Were you all in one van?
I mean, we used to tour in a box truck.
Okay.
Her name was Yolanda.
Nice.
Dude, she was awesome. So we had this box truck that we put bunk beds in, all sorts of lights. We welded a generator underneath it, put in a little portable AC unit, had a couch in it, had all sorts of shit. Everybody would get in and tag it. Like, the thing was just unbelievable.
That
and like
sounds so cool.
We'd be on tour next to, like, I don't know, $150,000 tour buses, and everybody would be over at Yolanda, like, dude, what the hell is this thing? Everybody, like, let me get in there and drink a beer with you.
Everybody wanted to get up in Yolanda.
Yeah, everybody wanted to get in Yolanda. She was awesome, and then we moved to then we got an RV after that. After we got rid of it. So, and that was
Harvey.
That
was
was
RV.
Harvey the RV.
Nice.
But normally we were traveling small, but we had a lot of fun. Spent a lot of nights at Walmart just drinking and playing Can Jam.
Oh, Super Walmarts were our second home.
Nice.
I still kind of feel that way. It's not as hard as it used to be, but like, I used to go to Walmart and be like, oh, I'm home.
Yeah.
Not anymore. We haven't been touring as much, but like, I used to pull in the Walmart parking lot and be like, oh.
Yeah.
Taking off your shoes as you walk in.
Yeah. But when you don't have a driver for when you're on tour, if you don't have a driver, it's not as much of a party as it was like, how hard did you party on this last tour? It's like, I watched like 200 movies and played like 100 Can Jam games. Like, it's a lot of like, all right, this next city is 5 hours away, so instead of like partying and sleeping here and then dealing with tomorrow's traffic, like when we were touring Within This Moment, load in was 2 p.m. and so it was like, if to wake up and then deal with traffic for like a 5-hour ride, we would we'd kind of get done the show, say bye to everybody, and then drive like 3 hours, get like the chunk of it out of the way, find a Walmart, and then have some drinks and play some Can Jam. So, but it wasn't a lot of like after parties at the show. You know what I mean?
The work never ends. You're always load in, load out.
Yeah.
Deal with people, deal with money. Like, it's literally, but it's
work.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it'll fly by when you're having fun with it.
It does fly by. That is one of the sad parts. You feel like you start and then you're done.
I feel it.
You do get really tight really fast, though. It is fun to play every night.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best practice. Like, I've been trying to play out recently myself, and there's just nothing like one time playing on stage will just be like practicing in a room like 100 times. It just shoots you off. What is each of your guys' favorite venue you've ever played, I guess?
I mean, I guess I gotta say BB&T. I don't think I can say anything other. I'm like, Trees in Dallas might have been one of my favorites.
I'm gonna say Orange Peel in Asheville.
Orange Peel was sick. And like I said earlier, my Machine Shop might have been one of my favorites.
Machine Shop was so good.
Yeah, because like BB&T was dope because it's like
our home, and I mean, like, it was cool on its event, but
like an actual venue.
Yeah.
If you take BB&T out, I think it might be Trees for me.
Trees was fun.
Yeah, Trees was dope.
I think mine is Orange Peel.
Yeah, Orange Peel was amazing.
Yeah, in Asheville.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, those are great names.
I was just down in Asheville too, not too long.
Oh, what?
Well, it's a pretty cool city.
Yeah.
Love Asheville.
Yeah.
It's like Beer City of America, right?
It is.
Yeah,
everyone's going there.
Breweries are like gas stations there.
Yeah. I'm such a beer nerd too.
Oh, so you're in heaven there, because that's like all it is. There's so many microbreweries that are headquartered there, and you probably already know this, but I guess why they gravitate towards that area has something to do with the water in that area. It's like better for brewing.
Yeah. They care about their water.
Kind of like New York with pizza, or like any kind of baked stuff.
Like Philly with our bread.
Well,
'cause of
Philly
our
with the
walk.
bread too, but it's the same thing in New York too.
Yeah.
It's like
And the
so, I don't even know-
cheesesteaks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Cheesesteaks boggle my mind because they are amazing here, but I don't understand why nobody
They're
else.
so easy to
Yeah, like I
make.
don't really understand why
Yeah.
nobody can make. Like, dude, what? Like, why?
You
Like,
get other things. You're like, how did you mess this up?
like who told you this?
Actually, this one show I was playing, I think in Arizona, this one venue across the street, there was this place called the Philly Clubhouse, and they had all these different like Phillies, Flyers, Eagles, all the Sixers, like all the stuff, all over the walls. And then they had cheesesteak. So we ordered a cheesesteak, and they apparently fly in Amorosa rolls from Philly just to have
Right
the
on.
Philly rolls for their cheesesteaks.
Gotta be from Philly. Dang, that's crazy.
And yeah, apparently
It's like a
that's what
$30
they said.
steak.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
pretty,
wild. I've only been to Philadelphia once, and it was when I was younger, and I went with my dad, and I will never forget how good the cheesesteak tasted, because that was all my dad would say. He's like, we got to get the cheesesteaks here. Like, this is what this place is known for. And that's what we ate pretty much the whole trip.
Yeah, they're good. They are good, man. When you get them done right, they're unbelievable.
Damn, I'm hungry now.
Next time you're around, let us know, man.
Y'all are
We'll hang out.
making me want to hit up Guido's right now.
Yeah, dude, we got a spot right by here called
Like,
Guido's, man.
Walking distance.
It is gonna be,
They-
you know, we want to make the trip to Philly. Like I've never been there, but I've only heard great things, and I
Oh,
definitely.
man. We'll show you around.
Yeah.
Right on. Are you guys like downtown Philly, or like out in the suburbs, or like?
Yeah, not anymore. We're on the outskirts.
Okay.
Right now, where we are right now is like 15 minutes outside of north of Philly.
Well,
Okay.
of like Center City, Philly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because
No, it's like
Philly really starts like
I'm 5 minutes from Philly.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, from actual the Philly
From-
border.
From
I'm
the
like
Philly border, you're like 5 minutes.
literally maybe not
But
even.
from like center, like when you're in the thick of it, Philly.
Yeah, 15
That's like
minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah. I don't look at the actual border
Yeah.
like it's Philly.
Like
no.
Northeast Philly, it'd
Yeah.
be right there.
Philadelphia Mills is 2 minutes from
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. I just asked because we had another guest on. His name was Danny No, and he's not quite from Philly. He's from Lancaster County. I think he's
Right.
actually from the city of Lancaster, but it looks like that's like a little bit more west of Philly.
Yeah. I love so I date a girl that kind of lives in that region. She gets so mad at me when I say Lancaster. She goes,
Lancaster.
it's Lancaster.
Lancaster.
I'm like, whatever, man. I'm not from around here. But you're saying it's so hard. I can't wait to show her this and be like, ha, I'm not the only one.
Yeah,
Lancaster.
everybody not from Lancaster calls it Lancaster.
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 Yeah.
Well, to be fair, we have a city in Ohio right outside of Columbus that is called Lancaster, and it's spelled the same way. So I would know no
Wow.
other way.
Oh, snap. I can't wait to
You
show her
pronounced it
this.
properly.
See,
Well-
little dog?
We pronounce it properly because we have the harshest A's up here in Northeast Ohio. We just hold on to that for a good 2 seconds every time we say Lancaster.
Yeah, you really were holding that.
It's something we apparently that's the biggest thing about our accent that people call out is the
Well, I
Okay.
actually we do that too because there's a couple things you've done that I was like, are they making fun of Philly accent?
we must be just the same exact
Nah,
lingo.
I don't hear an accent when you guys are talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
same.
it must be pretty similar.
Hell yeah.
I heard that.
I got a bit of Jersey in me too, though. I got a bit of Jersey accent.
Okay.
I can see
Well,
that.
hey, I mean, Philly's not far from Jersey, is it? I mean,
No,
it's
it's
pretty east.
Philly's right on the border, so you just
Mm.
cross one bridge and you're in Jersey. So the Camden waterfront that's like a Philly venue, kind of like people are like, oh, I'm playing Philly. It's like, oh, but it's actually in Camden. You just cross the bridge And
Okay.
it's literally just what do you call it, like half indoor, half outdoor amphitheater. It's like it's got
That's what an amphitheater is.
Yeah.
Indoor, outdoor.
So, and the background is like the Philly skyline. So, but like when people are playing there, they're like, "What's up, Philly?" I mean, and Jersey too. It's like,
yeah, they always do that. Any band. Let me hear Philly. Let me hear Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, let me hear Philly more. Let me hear Jersey.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, Jersey's right there. It's literally like actually a stone's throw.
Very nice.
You two like born and raised in Philly, or you ever live in any different areas, or just all Philly?
No, neither of us were born in Philly. I was born in Trenton, New Jersey, and so that's where like the Jersey kind of like no one from Trenton can actually say the T in the middle of Trenton. No one can say Trenton. It's impossible for someone from Trenton. And then you were Wilmington, right?
Yeah.
And then so he was Delaware, I was Jersey, and then we kind of, our attraction found each other.
Okay, so you two aren't like high school friends or anything. Like you met sort of like through music.
Oh no. We both moved to the area in Pennsylvania, and then we met in school.
Okay.
Yeah, so we met in like 9th grade, something like that, and then I joined their band in like 10th grade.
That's right.
And well, yeah. So it was they actually were drumming with another guy before, like they called it Will Powerless before I was in it, but
it wasn't actually Will Powerless until it was the four of us. That's what we tell ourselves when we go to bed.
They were jamming, but you guys never like played a show or
anything. We were great. Yeah, we played like battle bands at school and shit.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Those are the best shows because it's so raw and you're just like in front of all your classmates. You're not mixed
and all
or
the
anything.
Teachers are like, "Oh, shut this shit down."
Well, but there's always that one teacher that has to listen to it all because he's the judge.
Right? Yo, guys, we gotta wrap it up. We gotta get to writing this track. We only got another hour here. Is there anything else real quick you wanted to?
There is one question because we ask it to every guest. What is the most bizarre or unique thing that you've seen at a live show, either that you are just attending, performing at? Just either one.
Most unique thing at a show.
Or bizarre. Is it any show?
Any show. Like you could have just been walking by and saw it happen. You could have been there with a ticket. You could have been playing on stage. You could have been backstage waiting to play. Like anything.
I think I have one. So we got Kyle joins the band and we love him. We're like, "Oh bro, you're totally the bassist, you're perfect." And then so we met through Craigslist, I think, right? I think it was a Craigslist ad. So he was he's out by Lancaster. And Lancaster. But he like comes in, meets us, and then like we go on tour, and his very first show, I think.
Oh yeah, I know where you're going with this.
There's a stage, and there's like this box. No, was it a box or was it
my pedal?
Case?
It was my pedal board case.
he goes to like change his, we like gets on the first or a couple songs or whatever, and he goes to like change his bass, and he like steps down, I guess, on his pedal case to like thinking it was a step. He just goes flying. It's tipped over. And they're just like, "Oh, our new bassist just died."
Dude, it was dark. It was like dark, and they turned the lights off. We were changing in the set from like C to B guitars or whatever. and he thought he was hitting the stage stairs. But I had my tall pedalboard case like maybe a foot away from the stage standing vertically, and he hit it, and it like went right under it. Dude,
down.
he was like, Jesus,
like vertical,
like vertical.
Just wasted.
He was on tour with my basses, so like his main thing was like protect the bass. Everybody thought he was dead. I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead.
Flatten out and disappear. Just like
holy shit.
He was gone under the stage, long gone.
God, dead, man.
And like, dude, the whole crowd's like,
yeah.
And then he stands up. We're like, oh, he's alive.
So yeah, that was a unique.
That was good.
That one was my
That's
pick.
incredible.
Yeah, that's not like what you see in that another person's concert.
No, that was
that was pretty intense.
All right, I picked mine. Your turn. Beat that.
That's hard to beat, man. I got a disturbing one.
Yeah,
bring it.
Let's hear it.
So there was a band, I don't remember who it was, but we were on tour with them, and you know the game where you do, you gotta look at the thing and you can get punched or whatever.
Yeah.
They did that, except they did the wristwatch. I don't know if you know what the wristwatch is, but the wristwatch is when you put your wrist down by your, lower member and you wrap it around your wrist.
Oh, wow.
And you pull it out, and if you walk around like this until someone looks at it. And if you look at it, you're like, oh my God, what the hell is that? And you get hit. It's really disturbing. It's horribly disturbing.
Wait, who did this?
I don't know. Some band, man. You wrap your penis around your wrist and wait for someone to look at it.
That is disturbing. What the fuck?
Very, very disturbing.
I don't know if I can wrap mine around my wrist.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Impressive.
He's a grower, not a shower.
So yeah, I don't remember who it was, but I do. That one was memorable, I guess.
Those are great. Thanks, guys. And overall, so shout out again, Jordan. We got Jake from Everlit. Thank you guys very much for coming on. I seriously appreciate it.
Man.
Yeah, you guys have been super generous with your time. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it was great hanging out with you, and we'll catch up again in the future.
Yeah. Stay in touch.
All right, dudes.
Awesome. All right, we'll do a little sign out. My name is Spruce.
I'm Klep.
And we got Jordan.
We're Everlit.
We got Everlit, baby. And this has been another episode of Vinyl Stallion.
Stallion.
Woo!
Woo!